This is the place. And you say people come from far, far, far away to find their dreams, chasing down these meteors and comets called dreams in the sky of life. There's certain hot spots.
Yo, what's Gucci, everybody? It's your boy ssjk-dots, the first black super saiyan where I'm filming. I'm back here with another video. We have the Mortal Kombat. This is a spoiler review, man. Fuck a spoiler free. We spoiling this shit. I watched this shit on HBO Max today. Mortal Kombat. First things first. What you need to do is hit the subscribe prompt here. And then what you want to make sure to do is hit that bell. Make sure all. So you get all my notifications of all my videos. Please make sure you do that. I'll catch you guys later. Deuces. I forgot the director's name. Simon McQuaid. This is his first official film he's directing. James Wan produced this film. James Wan has heavily co-signed this movie, so his name is also a part of it too as a producer. He's heavily co-signed this film. So this story is about the beginnings of a Mortal Kombat. This is spoiler, so I'm gonna talk about it. This isn't exactly Mortal Kombat. It is Mortal Kombat, but it's not the tournament yet. This movie is basically Shang Tsung doing some Shang Tsung shit, prepping some of his fighters to go and do some sleazy shit and cheat and kill the competition, so there won't be no competition to fight. And the competition is not really engaging in Mortal Kombat at the moment. They are trying to stop Shang Tsung's shady business of trying to kill them before they can even attempt fighting in a tournament of Mortal Kombat. So there is no tournament in this film. This film is still building up your, what you would say, your team, your group of fighters and stuff. You're gonna get your Liu Kang, your Sonya Blade, your Kung Lao, your Jax and his baby arms. Jackson, his little cyborg baby arms in this movie and shit. Man, Jack got fucked up. Shouts out Sub-Zero. So Sub-Zero fucked that boy up. Took that nigga arms and shit. This nigga Jax had baby arms in this fucking movie, bruh. Jax had baby arms, y'all. That shit blew my mind. I'm be honest with you. This film needed to be a lot longer. Probably 2 hours, 20, 30 minutes max. Because the biggest thing that I wanted to see was the Sub-Zero and Scorpion rivalry. Now, the way they tried to do this, it really felt like the director was assuming like, hey, people played the game, so they probably know the beef between the Shirai Ryu and Lin Kuei. I honestly do not know the full beef between the Shirai Ryu and Lin Kuei. All I know is that they are enemies. They're both clans of ninjas. But I don't know why they're enemies. I don't know what the beef, what started it all. But Sub-Zero in this movie, who is Bihan, the first Sub-Zero before he becomes, I think, Noob Saibot, and then his younger brother takes over or something. Bihan does not like Scorpion's bloodline. And there probably is some old tension, old rivalry, old clan rivalry, but we don't know where it stems from. We just know there's a clan rivalry, and I wish they started to show us what the clan rivalry was to see why these two are fighting, why are they warring clans. And you really could have, because I'll be honest with you, this movie could have honestly needed that side story of Sub-Zero versus Scorpion and getting deeper into the clans and why they are so against each other and why they're fighting for supremacy in a sense, or I don't know what they're exactly fighting for, but Bihan does not like Scorpion's bloodline. He made it apparent in this movie. He doesn't like Shirai Ryu, and he does not like Scorpion's bloodline. He made sure to kill his bloodline the best he can. So what ended up happening was that at the start of this film, Sub-Zero and Scorpion, they are not Sub-Zero Scorpion yet. But Sub-Zero has his abilities, his ice abilities, before he dons the name Sub-Zero and stuff. And Scorpion was just a regular dude that was a good ninja. Scorpion was out, getting water and stuff for his family. He comes back to his village. He sees his wife frozen in ice. Sub-Zero was looking like a freaking savage, bro. They casted a perfect dude to play Sub-Zero because this dude looked intimidating. He looked kind of scary. He looked devious, and he looked evil as shit. This was the same dude that was in Fast 6 that beat up Tyrese Gibson and Han's character in that subway. They casted a perfect person to play Sub-Zero. I'm gonna tell you this much: Sub-Zero was not giving up so easy in this movie. Shit, I seen this motherfucker get stabbed at the end of this movie in the neck, and he was still getting up ready to fight. I'm like, dang! Even though Sub-Zero lost and Scorpion got his revenge, bruh, this nigga Bihan was fire, bro. Sub-Zero was the best part of this movie. Like, Sub-Zero's presence, just him, his presence in this movie was felt very much. He's in the majority of the movies. Scorpion really shows up at the end, in the beginning, to get his vengeance, and that's pretty much it. And you know, I really think this story could have benefited from them diving deep into the rivalry, because from what I'm looking at, it just looks like they're two warring ninja clans, and Sub-Zero hates Scorpion's family and his bloodline, and I don't fucking know why. But they made this obvious. Scorpion is Japanese and behind Sub-Zero is Chinese. So maybe it's a more cultural war. I mean, you know, difference between culture and stuff. Because, and just to let y'all know, Sub-Zero and Scorpion do not understand each other. Sub-Zero learns to speak English later when he becomes Sub-Zero and becomes a fighter under Shang Tsung. But at the start of this movie, he's speaking pure Chinese and Scorpion speaking Japanese, and they don't know what the fuck each other is saying. But through like certain movements, Scorpion made sure to let him know, like, remember this face. You know, he didn't. Sub-Zero didn't really understand him, but he knew what he meant by that. He's like, all right then, for sure. Basically send that message of, I'm gonna get you. And then randomly Scorpion just turns into this thing of, he just melts away. He kind of just fades away and he disappears. Raiden shows up, and what we come to find out is Sub-Zero did not kill all of his family. His youngest daughter, and this happened years ago, like years ago, probably some ancient times. Not too ancient, but probably around medieval times and stuff. But Scorpion has been dead for a long time. Raiden basically took Scorpion's daughter, who's not the star of this movie, but he took his daughter and took her to somewhere to be safe, and his daughter was able to continue the bloodline, Scorpion's bloodline, because from what it looks like, Scorpion was it's like Scorpion was meant to be a fighter in a Mortal Kombat tournament because he had this mark. So this is what they do different in this Mortal Kombat. You actually get hit with a mark. So you're born with this mark, and this mark signifies who will be picked for Mortal Kombat. So in this film, Jax had a mark, and if you kill somebody who has a mark, you attain their mark and you become an eligible fighter in this film. So really the only way you can fight and become a contestant is if you bear a mark that looks like the Mortal Kombat dragon logo. Scorpion had one, and it got obviously passed down through generations during the family and stuff. And our main character, our new character Cole, who is a descendant of Scorpion. He's not he's his great grandson. But Scorpion, great grandson, not great, but his grandson, down a long line of descendants. Cole Young is his grandson living in the modern day. And what we see is that Cole Young is a fighter. He's not the best fighter. He's pretty much kind of average. He used to be a good fighter, but he's been losing his edge as a fighter. They really didn't show how he lost his edge as a fighter over time. They made it obvious that he was not the best fighter like he used to be like that. He was lacking. His wife and his daughter still go to his fights. He's doing like cage matches and stuff in the MMA cages for like $200 just to make some quick bucks. And we get introduced to Jax. Jax has been looking for people who have the dragon symbols on their bodies, wherever it may be. And we don't know how he been investigating this. We just know Jax is part of special ops, and he's been looking for people who got the dragon tattoos on them and are supposed to be joining Mortal Kombat. So he just been looking for them. They didn't tell us how Jax is doing this or what or when he started doing this. Mind you, this movie goes by it goes by stuff that should be explained. It does not explain a lot of things. That's why I say it should have been a little bit longer. Not saying 3 hours, but like 2 hours and 30 minutes at most. Like it could have been a little bit longer to flesh out some things. So Jax runs into Cole. Jax does not really tell Cole yet about what's going on. He goes like, hey, I saw that dragon tattoo on you. That's a nice little thing. And then Cole's like, yeah, it's cool. And then he asks him where you got it from. And then his daughter says, it's my dad's birthmark. And Jack's like, okay, cool, man. I'll catch you later, bro. And they left. They went to this little restaurant, this little cafe and shit. You're eating some food. And guess who pops up out of nowhere? Sub-Zero. So Sub-Zero basically pops up. And the reason he pops up is because Shang Tsung sent Sub-Zero to basically kill the competition before the competition can do anything. So basically Shang Tsung in this movie is cheating. And so far they have won 9 tournaments. Outworld has won 9 tournaments so far. And all they need to do is win one more. And Outworld has the right by the Elder Gods to go and do a conquest on Earth. And as you see here, Sub-Zero is literally trying to get it. Jax comes to save him. And in doing so, Jax gets him to this place. Jax tells him to go meet Sonya Blade. And all this stuff happens pretty quick. It's going by pretty quick. The pacing is pretty quick. So you gotta really keep up. Then we get to Sub-Zero bodying Jax. Beating the fuck out this nigga. What's up, nigga? Look at that Sub-Zero, man. He was tight in this movie, bro. I'm finna watch this shit again. This shit was tight, bro. And then after this, Jax gets defeated. We move on to seeing people like Melina. And oh my gosh, man. Melina had a big old booty in them nice little... Man, she got a big old booty, bruh. She got booty, bruh. Melina got booty in this movie, my nigga. She got booty. Yeah, she's black and stuff. I know. In my opinion, they should have casted an Asian actor. Because this is the thing. I don't think this Melina is related to Katana. I don't even think she may be a Katakin, the species that Baraka's from. Like, this movie is very different from the lore. I think diehard Mortal Kombat fans may not like some of these changes, but I'm not tripping off it because, I mean, it's a movie adaptation and they usually always change stuff. So it's like, yeah, they usually change stuff, so I'm not really tripping off it. I mean, look, if this Melina is related to Katana, that means Katana's going to be black. And that means this chick has to play Katana. Because Melina dies in this movie. So this same chick has to be casted as Katana. But she wouldn't have her fangs and shit because she's almost a twin of Katana in a sense. And Katana is supposed to be Asian. That's not saying that a black woman can't play the role, but it's like, you could have, just like how you make a new random ass character Cole, you could have made a new random ass character and casted this girl as anything new. But I think when the next movie comes, if this does good, in my opinion, I do want a second film because I did like this movie. But this chick right here, in my honest opinion, they better not say she was like a clone of Katana and stuff mixed with Tarkatan blood. Because I'm like, you might as well scrap that whole thing and just let this be some chick from Outworld with razor sharp teeth. She had her razor sharp teeth. She didn't bite no motherfucking this. She didn't bite nobody with them teeth. They were just for show. But I hope she's not a Katana like clone, because that means Katana won't be Asian, and in my opinion, you know, that role should go to an Asian woman. You know, I'm just saying, because yes, even blacks may not get roles in films, but in America, blacks and whites have been getting more roles and stuff than Asians and Indian people, Middle Eastern people. So Katana should be cast as an Asian woman. In this story, please don't say Katana and Melina was related in some way. Don't do that at this point. They just leave it alone. I'm okay with her being this black lady if this is just Melina, a new version of Melina, not related to Katana. Because if she's related to Katana, you need to cast this chick as Katana in the next movie to play Katana. That's all I'm saying. But Melina had a big old booty. She looked good, my nigga. Damn, I was like, dang, that booty big. So we get to later in the film where our hero Cole meets Sonya. He meets Sonya at her house. Sonya and Jax have been trying to find out where this Mortal Kombat tournament takes place. They're trying to see, you know, they're trying to ramp up and figure out what's going on, because Sub-Zero has been going around killing fighters and champions, and they're trying to figure out what's been going down. We come to find out they have Kano. Kano was not born with the dragon tattoo, but he killed somebody who had a dragon tattoo, and he gained a dragon tattoo. So Kano's in his film. I'll be honest about Kano. You could have replaced Johnny Cage. Could have been in his first movie. He's coming in the second one, but Kano didn't need to be here, especially in the way they introduced him here. He could have already been a villain on the side of the villains, but they put him in here to eventually betray our heroes, which was expected. Not really a surprise, but you should have already made him a villain working for Shang Tsung. Because at first you had me thinking, like, if they was going to have a Mortal Kombat tournament, Kano's out of shape and shit. He's all fat and shit and beer belly. I'm like, this motherfucker ain't fighting no damn tournaments. This motherfucker, like, he got that Dale Gribble gut and shit, beer belly and stuff. He looks out of shape and shit. I'm like, nah, he's not working for me. Kano's supposed to be fit and stuff. This dude looks like he's he obviously gets drunk all the time, beer belly, out of shape. He doesn't look like a worthy fighter for anything. He doesn't look like he's worthy of anything. He looks like a fucking redneck and shit, and wears flannel and beats up his wife and shit. That's what he looks like. But Kano in this film, I was not really feeling him. He made me laugh at times. Don't get me wrong. He made me laugh at times because he kept on, man, he kept on throwing his masculinity around. He made sure to do that. He made sure to throw his masculinity around, man. He was trying to get up in everybody's masculinity. He was trying to question Liu Kang, Kung Lao, Cole, and shit. He questioned Sonya's feminine energy and shit. He was going at everybody. He was roasting everybody. He was roasting Jack's baby arms and shit. Kano was honestly roasting the fuck out of people in this movie. He was a dickhead. But, you know, he's a villain because he eventually does become a villain. He betrays our hero. So basically, Reptile shows up and they battle Reptile. Kano. Yep, they body Reptile. I like this Reptile design. I got no issue with it. Yeah, it could have been like Reptile from the games and stuff that looks like a ninja. But he actually looks like a reptile, an actual reptile. So, I'm okay with this design for Reptile. He got bodied by Kano. Kano beat the fuck out of him, pulled out this nigga heart, had it in his hand, and said, what'd he say? Kano, he was like, Kano wins. Like, they was doing a lot of, Mortal Kombat Easter eggs through the characters delivering the lines themselves. Like, you know how in the game, when, let's say if Kano wins, the narrator would say, Kano wins. They would deliver those lines themselves. Yeah, you can say it's cheesy, but I mean, the first two Mortal Kombat movies was cheesy. This is definitely better than Mortal Kombat Armageddon. Not Armageddon, but that second trash Mortal Kombat movie. I mean, I like the 1995 movie, and I like this movie too. This movie's definitely more gory than the first 1995 movie. The 1995 movie probably has a better soundtrack than this. This has a great soundtrack too. Do not get me wrong. I especially like some of the scores and stuff that play when Sub-Zero come in. But it's like, I do prefer this movie over the first one. Even though what I prefer about the first movie, the 1995 movie, is that Liu Kang is the main focus. In this film, Cole Young is the main focus. but it's like they don't dive me deep enough into loving Cole Young. I don't really love Cole. I don't really love any of these characters. The only character I really love in this movie was Sub-Zero, because Sub-Zero was a freaking savage. I was rooting for, I was rooting for Sub-Zero this whole time. I love seeing Sub-Zero fucking kill Scorpion and kill his family and shit. I was like, damn, Sub-Zero, cold ass motherfucker. You don't give a fuck, bro. That nigga cold as shit. And he was. Pun intended. He was cold, bro. He was dead. He was cold. Sub-Zero fire, bro. Sub-Zero was epic in this movie, bro. Shit, hey. Yeah, y'all can be Scorpion fans all y'all want. But Sub-Zero, he was doing his shit in this movie, bro. He was doing his shit. He was putting in work. And I'll tell y'all how much work he was putting in. Near the end of the film, when the heroes start, and I'll tell you, I gotta get to this. Luke, in this version, when you get a dragon tattoo, you're gonna gain a certain ability based off you, in a sense. So you're gonna get a special ability. So Jax's ability was to grow like cybernetic implants out of his arms. I'll explain that in a second. I have kind of some issues with it. Sonya got hers, and she has these like little rings around her wrist, and it shoots like this big ass energy ball. This ring of energy. It shoots an energy ring. Cole's special power is his suit of armor that comes around his body, and these two little staffs that come out of his armor too. And you get these special abilities. Liu Kang's special ability was to shoot fire. Kung Lao's special ability was like teleporting and some special tricks he can do with his little hat and stuff. But his ability was teleporting, because he was able to teleport and stuff. So if you have a dragon tattoo, which I had no issue with, I'm okay with that. I mean, it makes it to where not anyone can just be in the ring, be in a tournament. Like you have. It's more of like and Raiden in this film was making it. Raiden in this film was a grumpy grouch. He was grumpy, and I like that. He was straight up telling. He straight up told Sonya. Sonya got her mark from killing Kano, and she got her powers. And that's why I say this movie should have been longer, because she learned her powers. She gained her powers really fast, too fast. That's why I say this movie should have been longer to develop some more things. That's why it should have been a little bit longer. But Raiden was making it apparent, like, if you don't got your extra abilities, you're a liability to the tournament. So he was so Liu Kang and stuff, Liu Kang and Kung Lao, they was already trained. They found their special ability, but they was more liable than Cole, Sonya couldn't fight because she didn't have a tattoo on her. Not a dragon tattoo, but a dragon print on her body. And if she didn't have that print, she cannot fight. She's not eligible for the tournament. Jax had his, so he's already eligible. But in this film, Raiden was being a grumpy grouch. He was getting on Cole. He was like, Cole, man, you still ain't learned your power yet? You trash. Get the fuck out of here. Raiden made this portal. He said, go back to your family. You trash, Cole. Get the fuck up out of here. I was like, damn, Raiden, that's how you feel? You saying Cole trash? He didn't say Cole trash, but he basically saying, nigga, you ain't figured out your power yet? You trash. Raiden kicked his ass out of there. He's like, get your ass out of here, nigga. You a waste of time and shit. I'm done training your whack ass. Get up out of here. Cole left, went back to his family. And Shang Tsung was getting ready to ramp up a sneaky ass assault on the fighters, and they was going to kill them before the tournament officially begins. That's what this movie is about. Killing our hero fighters, the Earthrealm fighters. So they're basically killing the competition, because if there's no competition, Outworld automatically wins. If Earthrealm doesn't have any fighters, then they're good. So basically, Cole gets sent back to his family. Raiden basically told him, nigga, you trash, get the fuck up out of here. And where we get introduced to our nigga Goro. Goro's in this movie, and damn, he was doing some damage to Cole. And what we come to find out is Cole is related to Scorpion, but Scorpion does not get his powers until he gets sent to hell. Now, I'm gonna explain this. They really do not show how Scorpion gained his powers in hell. That's why this movie should have been a little longer. There's stuff that needs to be explained and shown. But Scorpion, he just had his powers. He's been in hell for years, centuries. And he has these... He's like a hell spawn in a sense. You know, he's like a hell spawn. Scorpion doesn't show up until the end of the film. Just know, prior to that, Scorpion has no special superhuman abilities like Sub-Zero did in the first 7 minutes of this film. Sub-Zero has special abilities. Scorpion's just a regular human. So, you know, just know, just like in the games, these humans are pretty durable. In this universe, just like many other humans in other pieces of fiction. Cole in this fight, he was getting thrown around, thrown into freaking walls and shit. He was getting fucked up. And look at what was doing.
Now I tear out your spine, champion.
Fuck this.
Yeah, he was, yeah. And Cole ends up getting one of his special abilities that I'm about to show you guys real quick. Cole, man, that's Cole. So Cole's special ability is his suit of armor. This shit was like fucking vibranium or some shit. So Cole's special armor can take a bunch of hits and a lot of damage. But what I thought it was about to take a bunch of kinetic energy and shoot it back. But it's this armor is very powerful. This armor is very powerful. Mind you, you get a special ability. Kano's special ability was to shoot lasers out of his eyes. Jax's ability was to have these cybernetic implants come out of his body and buff up his little baby arms, his little baby robot arms that he gets. And I have an issue. I have one big issue. So basically, Liu Kang went to go recover Jax and bring Jax to his temple, where the other heroes eventually got to. That Liu Kang brought them to his temple. Mind you, these are monks and shit. They're monks, and somehow these monks gave Jax baby robot arms. I'm like, where the fuck they get these cybernetic implants from? Like, what degrees these niggas got? Do these monks got degrees in robotics and shit? Like, what the hell going on, bro? These monks got degrees in robotics and shit, bruh. They gave Jax these little baby, tiny ass robot baby arms. I'm gonna show y'all this shit. He got the robot baby arms, bruh. And look, these are robot baby arms. He was trying to lift up a rock and he couldn't do shit. But he unlocked the ability to add to his cybernetic implants due to his desperation to save Sonya. Cole's power was activated due to his family being in distress, and that urge to protect them came out and his power activated. Kano's power was activated due to Kung Lao attacking initially Kano's masculinity. Like, he was trying to tell him, like, you're a slob, you fat, you trash, you ain't no savage, you ain't no killer like that. There's a part in this movie where Kung Lao was really getting in Kano's shit. He was really hurting this man's feelings, his masculinity and shit. And I was loving that shit because Kano was acting out, bruh. Kung Lao was checking his ass. Let me play this shit.
Wanker who wears a hubcap as a helmet! Now sit down, shut up, and pass me a fucking intro!
Like I say, yeah, it's a bit corny, but I mean, it's Mortal Kombat. You know, you got niggas pulling like people's intestines out they booty holes and shit. I mean, it's Mortal Kombat, so I'm not tripping off the cheesiness. But the characters that were not cheesy weren't cheesy. Raiden was serious like a motherfucker, man. Raiden kept it serious. Liu Kang kept it serious. Kung Lao kept it serious while still having a little bit of humor to him, like he does in the games. In this movie, it's more of a Liu Kang and Kung Lao have more respect for each other. It's not Kung Lao trying to be better than Liu Kang or Liu Kang trying to be better than Kung Lao. They both respect each other's growth, and it's not who's trying to be better than who. Because Kung Lao in the games at times they'll try to surpass Liu Kang and one up him. It's not relationship. They're like legit they're not blood brothers, but they are like brothers in a sense. They're like, you know, brothers in arms in a sense. They have a very much respect for each other. It's not who's trying to be better than who in this case, and I like that because I feel Liu Kang and Kung Lao should be like that, more of respect, not who's trying to one up who. And Kung Lao was doing his thing in this movie. That hat and shit, Kung Lao got a flawless victory. He got a flawless victory. And just know Kung Lao is gonna die in this movie. He gets fucked up. Some of the heroes will die. Kung Lao got his soul drained from him by Shang Tsung. I was like, damn. And I know for sure if this gets a sequel, Liu Kang is gonna be gunning for Shang Tsung. He's gonna be gunning for that motherfucker Shang Tsung, bruh. And we're gonna get that Liu Kang versus Shang Tsung in the second movie. Shang Tsung, just like I say, he kept it serious. No jokes, no nothing. He wasn't being no goofy. He wasn't being goofy. Raiden wasn't being goofy. Scorpion wasn't goofy. Sub-Zero wasn't goofy. All the characters I needed to keep it serious and, you know, keep it serious, kept it serious. And I was happy. I was happy, bro. Like, I was genuinely, you know, I enjoyed the movie. I was entertained. I love seeing some of the little Outworld scenes and stuff. Outworld and shit. Shang Tsung on his throne. Like, there was some stuff. I actually liked the movie, guys. I didn't hate it. I mean, at most, this movie's like probably a C+. Not no B or A, but it's a C+. Definitely ain't no D or F. It's a C+. But the biggest thing is this movie was too short. It should have been a little bit longer. But I mean, this is a fighting movie, an action film, like purely action based, and you get your fights. And a lot of people are saying, like, you know, why are some of these fights are slow and stuff. And look, I'm looking at it like this, you guys. Most of these actors are actually doing the stunts. Like the guy who plays Sub-Zero, he's fighting, he's doing his stunts. And they're not, they could have used CGI and made flashy movements and stuff. They could have made this stuff really flashy if they wanted to. They could have sped up some of these fights too. Some of these fights are not sped up. And I think they wanted to keep it realistic in a sense, like, you know, because, you know, I think they want to keep it realistic, have more realistic movements and stuff, and use more practical stuff rather than CGI, and they did. It looked like they did. Because, you know, they could have really got flashy. They could have used CGI to do a lot of flashy stunts and stuff, but they didn't. They didn't use a lot. They used some, but they did not use as much as you think they would use. And these characters, I still like the fights and stuff. I like the fights. I actually like the fights. Liu Kang did his famous air kick volley on Cabal. I'm gonna show y'all that shit real quick. Kung Lao, man, I'm getting these motherfuckers mixed up. Liu Kang, Kung Lao, and I have another issue, but I'll show you guys. So Cabal is in here fighting Liu Kang. Cabal was moving fast too, y'all. Damn! Hey, Cabal was moving. He has his super speed in this movie. So they didn't downplay his speed. He got his speed. Cabal was kind of like Kano. They was kind of like your more comedic characters, but they were still savage as fuck. I mean, Cabal was more savage than Kano. Kano was more of like, he was just barking. He barks. But Cabal was delivering. So there was differences. Another scene. Now this is where my issue was at. I like the Scorpion versus Sub-Zero fight. But clearly, as I'll show you guys, they fixed the audio. I'm gonna show you what they fixed. Like, they fixed the "get over here" line, so it sounds different from the trailer. Let me go back. They fixed that line.
Get over here!
They fixed that. And I think they did trailer trickery, because in this scene right here, where Sub-Zero was supposed to say, "I am Sub-Zero," I was like, where that shit at? And look, I'm gonna show y'all. So this scene here. Oh, Scorpion does not know English in this movie. He's speaking purely Japanese. And the funny thing about this shit, Cole does not know what the... I don't know if Cole speaks Japanese. Cole is Japanese. He does not know. I don't think he knows what the fuck Scorpion is saying to him. Scorpion is talking to him and shit. Cole knows that Scorpion is helping him out in this fight. They help each other out to defeat Sub-Zero. That's why I say Sub-Zero's a boss, bruh. Scorpion needed help from Cole and shit. They both needed help to handle Sub-Zero, my nigga. Team Sub-Zero and this shit, nigga. Yeah, Sub-Zero was defeated. But it took 2 to take out the 1. It took 2 to take out the 1, and that shit was fire, bro. That shit was fire. That just proves me Sub-Zero was that dude. He was that dude in this movie, bro. But let me show you what was taken out. I like Sub-Zero's armor in this movie. I wish the blue was a lot brighter, so you know. But I'm cool with it. Same for Scorpion's outfit. I wish the yellow was a lot brighter, but you can tell it's yellow, gold, whatever. You know. Gang rivalries and shit, ninjas and shit. But the I Am Sub-Zero line, they took that scene out. It was in trailer, because there was a scene in the trailer where Sub-Zero's mask was moving in the same scene, and he was mouthing the words I Am Sub-Zero. They took this out. Let me show you guys. Yeah, like he didn't say I am Sub-Zero. I was like, where that shit at, bro? I wanted him to say that shit, because I ain't gonna lie, Scorpion and Sub-Zero's tension in this movie was probably the best part, too. That was the best part of this movie. Their whole little tension, their stare down, all that shit. And I tell y'all this much, Sub-Zero, man, he had a big flex going on in this movie. Let me get to the part. So, during this fight where they try to divide the fighters and stuff, so our heroes get defeated, but later in the film, Cole comes up with a plan to have Raiden teleport Shang Tsung's fighters to different locations, and they divide the competition, because originally all of Shang Tsung's fighters ganged up on the heroes, and the heroes are not fully prepared. So what the heroes decided to do was pick a fighter, have Shang Tsung, have Raiden transport the enemy fighters and them to different locations and fight them one-on-one. And so they're going to get combination fights going on. And during this final battle, Sub-Zero comes and he ends up, you know, taking Cole's family, because Sub-Zero finds out Cole is part of Scorpion's family, his bloodline, and wants to kill the bloodline. So basically kill the family, kill the daughter, and kill Cole. But the wife is going to die too. Even though she's not part of the bloodline, she's going to die too. But they don't. And Sub-Zero comes here, big ass fucking flex, bro. Let me show y'all this shit. And these little portals and shit Shang Tsung be making, or I'm not sure if Sub-Zero's doing this. These dark little cloud portals and shit. This shit tight, bro. Let me show y'all this shit. Look at Sub-Zero flexing. Like, come on, nigga, pull up. I got your daughter shit, nigga. I got your daughter shit. Come see me right quick. Come see me right quick. Bro, this shit tight. This shit was tight, bro. This shit tight, bro. Look at that shit. Sub-Zero that dude in this movie. Bro, I don't want to hear no Sub-Zero disrespect. All you Scorpion fans, just know Scorpion needed help from Cole to body Sub-Zero, bruh. Just know that. Just know that. Scorpion needed help, my nigga. He needed help. This nigga was struggling. Oh, Scorpion come back from hell and shit. I'm like, man, take your ass back to hell, my nigga. Go back. Go back to hell, nigga. You ain't ready to fight Sub-Zero like you thought you was. This nigga Scorpion want to come out of nowhere. I want my revenge. I'm like, take your ass back to hell, my nigga. You weak. You need Cole's help. Mind you, Cole, his armor was helping defend him. Cole is not no lucky ass fighter and stuff. Cole was taking his fair share of L's too. But when he got his power, it helped him, you know, hang. It's helping him hang. So if he didn't have that armor, Sub-Zero would have definitely killed him right here. So just know Cole is not no lucky ass fighter and shit in this movie. He can fight, but he's no like amazing, great, epic fighter. He's not. He's probably average. Shit, but he can beat Falcon's ass though from Falcon Winter Soldier. He can beat Falcon's ass. I would say that much. But yeah, Scorpion came in here, needed help and shit. Oh, and hey, I ain't gonna lie, this shit was tight. when Scorpion executed Sub-Zero, man, he did his thing. Turning into a skeleton. And at the end, they make it apparent that Shang Tsung takes Sub-Zero and Goro's body, so I think he's going to do his little supernatural stuff. Revive Bi-Han, turn him into Noob Saibot, I believe. And then somehow find a way to revive Goro and do some weird stuff to him and make him beef him up some more. So, Sub-Zero and Goro both die in this movie, but Shang Tsung makes sure to take their bodies. And you get Raiden pulls up on Shang Tsung, cast that boy out. Look at this shit. Watch this. He cast this nigga out. Raiden did his thing. Raiden was not tolerating no fuckery. He was like, y'all niggas better learn how to fight and shit. Raiden was a grumpy old man in this movie, bruh. He said, Spirit, I expel you. He expelled this nigga from Earth. He said, take your ass back to Outworld. You failure. He expelled this nigga like a fucking demon and shit. This nigga Raiden was an exorcist. He done expelled that demon. Shang Tsung got this motherfucker up out of Earth and shit. He said, leave my realm, motherfucker. This is my shit. Bruh, Raiden was doing this nigga, man. Raiden, Shang Tsung, Sub-Zero, Scorpion, fire. Melina, big old fat booty, nice little titties, bro. She was looking good. She was looking good. Cole was cool. He wasn't needed, but he was cool. Cole was really only special because of his bloodline of Scorpion and the fact that Scorpion's tattoo, his print, passed down through his family and got to Cole, and Cole became an eligible fighter. So yeah, by birthright, Cole was destined to be a Mortal Kombat fighter. In this version of Mortal Kombat that they're doing, so it's more of like, you know, you're either born with it or you kill somebody and you take their mark and it gets passed on to you. So it's either you kill someone, you get their mark and you become an eligible fighter, or you are born with the mark. Most people are born with the mark, but if you get killed and you have the mark gets passed on to the person that killed you. So and the weird thing is, Sub-Zero killed Scorpion, so I don't know why Scorpion's mark didn't get passed on to Sub-Zero. But that's where the plot holes and inconsistencies come in. But this movie was tight, bro. Sub-Zero had the strongest presence in this movie. He had the strongest presence. Like, bro, I was coming in my pants just seeing Sub-Zero posted up like a gangster and shit. Watch Sub-Zero, bruh. Bruh, Sub-Zero walked up into the hero's house and said, fuck all y'all. He pulled up by himself. Well, Shang Tsung and Melina right behind him. He pulled up in there first. Let's show what he do. What's up, nigga? Ooh, got that fire, Hadouken. What's up, bitch? Ah! Ooh. Say, come here, bitch. Come here, nigga. Like I say, guys, this movie is probably at most a C+. It's definitely not a D or F. I'm not finna give it that because there is actually a bad Mortal Kombat film, and it's that second movie that's actual trash. I love the 95 movie, and I like this movie too. Damn near say shit. I love this movie too. I like this shit. This movie is definitely a lot more brutal. There's actual fatalities. They're not as gruesome as the fatalities from the video games, but there's fatalities in this movie. So there is fatalities. It's not PG-13. It's rated R. It's probably about as campy as a 95 movie, but it's Mortal Kombat. The camp is part of it, so you gotta take it. Because I mean, Johnny Cage always cracking jokes and goofing around, so it's like I had no issue with the amount of jokes and what that was in this movie. You know, the cheesiness, because Johnny Cage is the main character, and this nigga always cracking jokes and being cheesy as fuck. So, you know, so Johnny Cage would have been perfect in this movie because he would have been also comedic relief too, but still a good fighter. So, but he's gonna be in the second movie. That's why I say you guys go check out this movie, go watch it in theaters. And I also want to say this. I'll be honest with you guys too. It's not to say Mortal Kombat cannot work as a movie, but like the tournament portion. That's why, in my opinion, HBO Max should do like a tie-in show to this movie, to give backstory to certain characters, flesh out certain stories with the same amount of budget they have for this movie. Cause I ain't gonna lie, this budget is, they should have gave them more money. All the effects are not bad. I'm not saying the effects are bad, dude. Do not get me wrong. All the effects are not trash. Like Sub-Zero's ice and shit, it's I like it. Scorpion's fire and flames and stuff, I like them. They look good. Squirrel's CGI could have used a little bit more work. He was looking kind of not too real, but you know, I was okay with it. I can fathom it. It wasn't like atrocious. But this movie did need a little bit more money. But I'm gonna keep it a buck. Like, I think Mortal Kombat would probably work better as an HBO TV show. And you really, like, when you get to the tournament, you can't do a full tournament in no movie. Because in the first Mortal Kombat that was a tournament, let's keep it a buck, bro. Let's really keep it a buck. How many tournament fights was there? Liu Kang fought that black dude, but that nigga had no powers. He just an average ass motherfucker. Liu Kang didn't have his fire powers in the first movie. You know, yeah, Liu Kang was still tight, but he didn't have his fire powers and shit. Like, at least in this movie, Liu Kang got his fire abilities and powers and stuff. And you had that one black dude, Art, from the first Mortal Kombat, the 95 one, fighting Goro. And I'm like, who is this nigga Art, bruh? Because look, I'll be honest with you guys. You guys can't have too much issue with Cole. I really want to be honest with you. You cannot have too much issue with Cole. Because in that first 1995 Mortal Kombat movie, then they introduced that black dude Art, who was buddy with Johnny Cage fighting Goro and shit. They introduced a new random ass character and he fighting one of the best fighters, and it was a very underwhelming fight because he got the shit beat out of him. And Goro just straight up bodied this nigga. So I don't really have much issue with Cole being here. I'm actually okay with them introducing new characters because it's better than them taking OG characters and making changes to them. Like, for example, people will probably have an issue with Melina being black and shit. But I have no issue with Melina being black if it's not because she's black. It's not that. My issue with Melina is that if Melina is related to Katana in this version, that means Katana is going to get race swapped from an Asian chick to a black chick. In my opinion, she should stay an Asian woman. She should stay an Asian woman because she is Asian and she looks Asian in the games. Even in Mortal Kombat 11. Mortal Kombat 11 made it known that Katana is an Asian woman. So hopefully in this story, they better not say Melina is related to Katana and is a clone of her. Or not. They better don't do that. Just let Melina just be, in this version, just a chick who works for Shang Tsung. She's from Outworld. You can just say she's a Takartan, whatever the fucking Baraka's people's name is. She could be cloned from somebody else, mixed with Baraka's species blood to make a new person. So, you know, I hope she's not related to Katana, because Katana is supposed to be an Asian woman. Okay? I'm okay with Melina being black in this version if she's not related to Katana. That's all. If she's related to Katana, you're going to affect Katana. That's all I'm saying. You're going to affect her casting. That's all I'm saying. But Katana was not in this movie. They had Katana's little fans. I'm not sure if she died. They showed her little fans. I'm not sure if she dead though. But it looks like in this version, Cole and them are going to be searching for fighters, and they're looking for Johnny Cage. So Johnny Cage will be in the next movie. So I'm okay with Cole. He wasn't trashing me. I mean, I was kind of okay with Cole. Cole was not OP or nothing. I was okay with Cole being like an average fighter. He's average at best. He's not the best fighter. You know, because at the end of the film, even Cole needs help to defeat Sub-Zero with Scorpion. Sub-Zero's a fucking boss in this movie. So he wasn't OP. He needed help, and I like that. You know, he's not just no lucky ass hero and stuff. He wasn't lucky. He definitely wasn't lucky. And just to say, he got his powers from desperation to save his family, because a lot of these powers come out through certain emotion. Whether it's anger, Kano being humiliated, and his laser beams came out due to his rage kicking up. Cole's powers ignited due to his desperation to save his family. Jax's powers ignited due to his desperation to help Sonya get from under this rubble. So, you know, their powers are activated in different ways. But, you know, I like this, and a 1995 movie. I like them both. I think they're both good in their own different ways. This one's R-rated and a lot more gritty, and well, not gritty, but brutal. 95 movies PG-13, but at least you get Liu Kang as our main hero. Johnny Cage is in it, and also Sonya. Scorpion and Sub-Zero's in the original movie too. But I like this Scorpion and Sub-Zero better than the Scorpion and... I like this Sub-Zero better than the Sub-Zero from the first Mortal Kombat 95. But I still appreciate the 95 Sub-Zero and Scorpion. I still appreciate them. I like their designs in that movie. I like their outfits. But I appreciate this Sub-Zero a whole lot more. Because this one is a whole lot more intimidating. Savage. These two. Sub-Zero was tight, bro. Team Sub-Zero all day. Bro, my Sub-Zero fans. Team Sub-Zero, bro. But look, you guys, I'm about to go and end this video. It's your boy K-Dot, the first Black Super Saiyan. I give this movie a C+. I gotta go ahead and end this video. Goes for that peace, love, positive, y'all that jazz, and don't do drugs. And yo, wait a minute. I gotta let y'all know. I want to let y'all know how to become a member of the channel. First things first that y'all need to do, you're gonna go to my homepage, which is here. You'll type in ssjk-dots, spelled just like moi, and then you're gonna hit join. Once you hit join, you can hit any of these tiers and you can join them. Support this channel. What you get with these exclusive tiers is you're going to get members only requests and reactions and reviews, and they'll be requested from members. So stuff that I usually don't cover, you guys can request for me to cover, and I'll cover it on my channel for you guys since you guys are members of this channel. Let's continue it. Deuces.
What did you do?